All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards, a first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now it's Ryan. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 22.
Get wide. Sponge. Lock, man.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 180. Shit. 11.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Let him know. 21. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the twitch. Watch the 51. Down.
Throwing again. Freeman. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's third down.
10 yards to go.
Mike 25. Escape situation. Let's go. Hey, South.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wanted that.
Now he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check three.
Here's Ryan to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's Freeman. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Ready, 525. Check, walk to be full.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match?
Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 30. 10, 5, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide as a one-play drive where you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And on the stop, Damontae Kazee.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo, and the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Push him back. Push him back.
To throw again, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And taken right on the 30. He won't go down. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Right there, 56. Let's go, D. Big Sears.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And the 49er, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This time, Ryan will throw. Looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now he's forced out left. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
45.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Goodwin, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
He don't want it. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
Garoppolo again. Being chased out left. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
39. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Double tight. You got 3 down. I got you. Motion. 45. Mike, 45. 13. Shift.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
He's sick as the mic. Hey, let's get out.
Hey, gun.
Get off the field, D. 56 to man.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Coleman has it here right side. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
Tell you what, Gardner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180.
Mark 54. Check.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a first and 10. This is Coleman. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
Hey, alert!
That's caught at the 3. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Wait! Hey, Alpha!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On first down, Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Awards Show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think?
I would agree with you, and the reason why, because he takes the ball away, because he gets to the football. The only way a defensive back ever wins this award is because they have a number of interceptions, takeaways, knockdowns, all that. Add it all together, he's created a lot of big plays.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. Touchdown, Falcons! Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Right here, right here. Check 50, check 50. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, ready, blue 80, 25. Check.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Joker.
A first down carry for Smith. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Check.
6-6, pull it high.
Tighten up. Shift. Watch the shift.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, blue 80.
Mark 54. I'm coming for you, son.
Slant up.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready, blue 80.
56. 65.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And got his man, complete. He's at the 30. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marvin Jones, 89 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to to the 21-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On first down, it's Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll toss it to Coleman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
I got you. I got you. Chance.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Yeah, he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Man.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more caught? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been we come up on 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
51, sub!
Check.
51, sub!
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
58.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting by.
It's caught inside the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, take this. 22.
Here's Ryan going for it all. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And instead of a looming overtime, things have changed dramatically. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.